Sajith 2nd July, to be crucial for Sajith. AKD's challenge to Sajith over bar permits. No SLPP nominations for Ranil loyalists. Order to Kabir as Sajith Harsha differ on good news.
The leader, දේශයට මග කියන ප්‍රවෘත්ති පෙළගැස්ම.
Sajith 2nd July, to be crucial for Sajith. The 2nd of July is going to be a crucial day in politics. On that day, President Ranil Wickremesinghe addresses the House and the opposition seeks a vote on his speech, reports Lanka. The pro-JVP Lanka Truth says the day will be decisive for opposition leader Sajith Premadasa as well. The opposition's request for a vote was to be made to the Parliamentary Affairs Committee meeting today. All MPs have been asked to attend the session when the President makes his speech. It comes at the heels of his address to the nation on Wednesday. A campaign is underway to secure a 2/3 majority for the President at the expected vote. He will also be the chief guest at yesterday's launch of Field Marshal Sarath Fonseca's book on the war. According to Lanka Truth, the government plan is to lure some SJB and Rajapaksa loyalist SLPP MPs to its side. Fonseca strongly criticised the SJB leadership in a speech in Parliament some days ago. The Leader TV has been reporting that the party MPs have asked the leader to expel Fonseca. A party senior said he should be expelled before he quits. Sajith's silence over the matter has worried certain MPs. The 2/3 parliamentary majority secured by the SLPP is no more. If Ranil seeks it again, he will have to take SJB MPs to his side. AKD's challenge to Sajith over bar permits. The website of Lanka, owned by UMP Deputy Leader Ruwan Wijewardena, says 21 SLPP MPs are getting paid 200,000 rupees a month with the mediation of a powerful MP from the same party. They are being bribed thus to support the government. A top SLPP leader said he too has come to know about such a matter and that it was being looked into. This could well aggravate the Cold War that exists between the two government camps loyal to Wickremesinghe and the Rajapaksas. Also, some SJB MPs are accused of accepting bar permits from the government. Leader of the National People's Power, Anura Kumara Dissanayake, challenged Sajith Premadasa to say in public if there is a single SJB who has not applied for bar permits. But Sajith keeps his usual silence. Does he know the character of his MPs? No SLPP nominations for Ranil loyalists. The Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna is clearly divided into two camps. Namal wants their own candidate who respects the Mahinda Chinthanaya to contest the presidential polls, but Prasanna Ranataunga, Kanchana Wijesekara and Mahindananda Aluthgamagai want President Wickremesinghe given 5 more years. They are campaigning separately to promote their stands. As the national organiser, Namal Rajapaksa is holding public rallies island-wide. From the opposing camp, Kanchana Wijesekara and Sagala Ratnayaka are organising a big rally in Ranil's support in Matara on Sunday. Namal has decided not to attend that meeting. Last week, Prasanna handed over a smart classroom built by the Urban Development Authority to Senarath Paranawithana Vidyalaya in Minuwangoda. The chairman of the UDA observed the opposition would now accuse Prasanna of imitating their leader. Prasanna said that unlike Sajith, he never speaks politics in schools. Another pointed out that schoolchildren do not comprehend what the opposition leader during his lengthy speeches after distributing smart classrooms. Prasanna said it was okay to help schools, but that politics should not be spoken about in schools. In the meantime, Ranil addressed the nation to announce the successful conclusion of $10 billion of debt restructuring agreements with bilateral creditors. A few days ago, the government conducted a good news poster campaign for it. Prasanna, Manusha and Mahindananda held a supportive media briefing too, considered to be Ranil's campaign launch. Thereafter, Prasanna went directly to his Udugampala office to meet former local government members and candidates in Gampaha. Around 390 attended, with 10 absent due to other commitments, but informing Prasanna of their fullest support to him. Prasanna Ranawira, Sahan Pradeep, Kokila Gunawardena, Milan Jayatilake and Upul Mahendra too. Conspicuous his absence was Indika Anuruddha, considered to be a loyalist of Namal. All applauded when Prasanna said he backs Ranil, who allowed them all to return to politics after the 9th May incidents. A leader should be mature and capable, not a loudmouth, he said. Kokila asked him about a rumour that he had rebuked Basil Rajapaksa. Prasanna said with a laugh that he did not know about such a thing until Basil himself asked so. He said it was a plant and that he had no trouble with Basil. In the meantime, Namal is issuing firm challenges to Ranil. He told a party event in Medawachtia that certain measures initiated by the president do not go in line with their party policies. Expressing his opposition to election postponements, he insisted that a contraction of the election map would not be tolerated. The divisions within the SLPP are such that Namal has already decided not to give nominations to any Ranil loyalist in the party at the next general election. By the way, the Rajapaksa family has taken a decision to appoint Namal the party leader after the presidential polls. Kutiarachi says that will be made easier once Prasanna, Mahindananda and the lot is expelled from the SLPP. Order to Kabir as Sajith Harsha differ on good news. As the government keeps arguing over its candidate, the Samagi Jana Balawagaya and the National People's Power are busy campaigning for the presidential polls. The NPP is carrying out house-to-house canvassing, with some houses getting 2 visits. The SJB too is campaigning similarly in 22 districts. The plan is to cover 4 million out of the 5.5 million houses this week. Sajith wants to raise the current 33% projected support for him to 55%. Kabir Hashim and Sujiwa Senasinghe are in charge of the campaign, with Lakshman Fonseca and Chaminda Ediriwikrama as coordinators. Nihal Suriyarachchi, the former chairman of the Road Development Authority, is the project CEO. In the government ranks, certain big shots are daring each other with separate campaigns in Ranil's support. As many as 15 theme songs have been done at a cost of many millions. But the Good News campaign by Manusha and Suzara Dinal has been a success. That is shown by the serious differences of opinion that exist in the SJB ranks over Ranil's speech. Lanka News reports that Sajith and Harsha De Silva are openly clashing over the Good News, with the former speaking against it and the other commending it. Harsha says he is happy for the country over the debt restructuring agreements and that he is not a hypocrite to sabotage it. He told the media that the agreements will be studied once submitted to the House before a decision is taken whether to support it or not. For his part, Sajith says he will support it if the process brings good for the country, but stresses there are certain contentious issues too. Critics expect something to happen at the House vote on Ranil's speech. Anyone familiar with the subject knows debt restructuring is no easy task. So, what has been achieved so far should be commended. That credit goes to Ranil. That's it for today.